Hello everyone and welcome back to Formula 2 with me, F1 Fango. Today we're doing the Azerbaijan practice session and qualifying. Anyone who sat through the Monaco stuff will know that I mentioned that I'm not particularly good at Baku either. And guess where we are? We're at Baku. So yeah. This is going to go swimmingly. It's a bit near the castle. That's what fucks me. I can't do the bit near the castle. It's too tight for me. Tight corners like that, I just can't handle them. Oh, and it's anti-clockwise as well. Ugh. I heard something about how the drivers don't like anti-clockwise. I don't really know why. Oh, fucking hell. Are you kidding me? I was braking. Well. Great. Corner one. Fucked it already. Let's get on with qualifying, shall we? Because that's not going to go badly for me. Fucking Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous. I don't even care. Oh, and is it raining? Let's do a flying lap. It's the best chance we've got actually getting around this fucking thing. Getting around it twice will be hard enough. No, it's not raining, okay. I reckon we've got 2.5 laps worth of fuel. I don't even know how many laps of bloody sprint and race are, but I could have checked that, but I didn't. We just need to get round. If we get round, we can make this. If we can get round once, we can get round 30 times. Brake. Maybe our brakes are shot. Maybe that's our problem. Did I change something in the brakes? I did at one point, I think. There we go. I managed to get round there that time, didn't I? Honestly, I think it would put me too fast outside the pit. So I was braking the whole time. I didn't accelerate for any of that. Because I don't think I accelerated for any of that. It's depressing. We're meant to be talking about Alpine today, which is a name I hate saying because I always want to say Alpine. But apparently it's Alpine, which is a ridiculous way of saying that word. But I'm British, and that's probably a British issue. So, yeah, Alpine. We'll be talking about them whilst we watch everyone beat our qualifying time, because that's how it normally goes. Maybe we will take this opportunity. Oh, God. There we go. See, that's where I'm going to end up crashing out this race. Sod that first, that corner after the pit. It's that one that we just went through, that little chicane I'm going to struggle through. 1:58. We'll call it 1:59. That's not a very fast time, is it? I'll tell you what, though, that means that it won't be very many laps. Might be like 20 on the sprint. Maybe 30 on the race. Which bodes well for me. The less times I need to go around there, the better. See, we've got green times, but I suppose it's green against our record, and our record at the moment is non-existent. God, if we manage to set the fastest fucking lap, what was it, 1:58? No, we're not going to set the fastest lap, but it's going to be close. No, it's not. Oh my God, we're way off pace. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to be great for us. We're going to be middle of the pack. The trouble is, I thrive on being able to go a bit wide. I was talking to my mate about this. I thrive on being able to go wide, and the trouble is, there's no space to go wide on these sorts of corners, on these sorts of tracks. You know, racing line is not my... It's not my thing. But if you're not on the racing line, you're a bit fucked. I need to box this lap. Yeah. I have to go wide to accommodate my racing style. My racing style is a bit erratic, a bit all over. Erratic, not erotic, just before anyone questions that in there. See, that corner went much better that time. If I hadn't slowed down quite so much with this last one just gone, I'd still be in the... I'd be in the green. Ooh. See, I'm in the green now, so maybe I might get a really good time here. I'm tempted to stay out, you know. If this is going to be a better time, which it is, it's going to be a better time for me at least. It won't necessarily put me in a much better position. 9th is 1:59.8. Fuck it, we're staying out, and we'll limp our way round. So we managed to get up to 7th. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna do that so we don't crash out. I know it's cheating. I don't care. Okay, so that's where we are. Well, we've already beaten us in our times. We're now down to 15. Jesus. Okay. Well, we're gonna. God's sake. At this point, I'm going to take a break so we can see just how bad. Oh my God! Even Logan Sargent's got faster than us. Okay. We're gonna speed up a bit, and then we're gonna listen to. Yeah, we're gonna listen to how I feel about Alpine and a few things about Alpine. So enjoy that. Alpine, also known as BWT Alpine F1 team, have been part of Formula One since 1981, racing as Toleman before being purchased by the Benetton Group in 1986. They won the 1995 Constructors' Championship with their driver, Michael Schumacher, who I'm sure you've heard of, having won the 1994 and 1995 Drivers' Championships. Renault bought the team in 2000, winning the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships in 2005 and 2006 with Fernando Alonso. From 2011, Lotus Cars started to sponsor them, and as a result of the whole sponsorship name thing that happens, they ended up becoming Lotus Renault GP, and then Lotus F1 team. Renault took over again at the end of 2015, renaming it to the Renault Sport Formula One team, before rebranding to Alpine for the 2021 season to help promote their sports car brand. Since the rebrand, Alpine have managed to stay in the middle of the grid at the end of each season, flicking from 5th to 4th to 6th for 2021, 2022 and 2023 respectively. While the majority of their racers look to finish in the lower end of the point scoring positions, they have managed to achieve 4 podium finishes across that time, including a win in 2021's Hungarian Grand Prix for Esteban Ocon. Their 2024 drivers are set to be Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon joined F1 for the latter stages of the 2016 season, racing for Manor Racing, a team that I've only just learned existed. For 2017, he moved across to Force India, where he raced alongside Sergio Perez. The team had a number of incidents together, labelled by the team's owner as very concerning, where the pair finished in 7th and 8th place at the end of the season. The 2018 season saw a number of other collisions for Ocon, including with Kimi Raikkonen in Azerbaijan, Pierre Gasly in France, and Max Verstappen in Brazil, all helping to contribute to his 12th place finish when the season was over. Due to Force India's financial collapse and subsequent purchase by Lawrence Stroll, Ocon was replaced at the team, then known as Racing Point, by Lance Stroll for the 2019 season, causing him to seek an alternate arrangement. He ended up as a reserve driver for Mercedes, but didn't end up taking part in any race weekends. He rejoined as a full-time driver for Renault in 2020, but bar a podium finish in Bahrain, failed to make much of an impact that year. With a rebrand to Alpine in 2021, his fortunes don't appear to have changed all that much. Despite his victory in 2021's Hungarian Grand Prix and his 3rd place finish in Monaco in 2023, he has finished each season in the middle range of the table, peaking at 8th for 2022, where his overall placement was much more consistent, albeit the mid to low points range. His 2023 season was marred with penalties, including a record-breaking 5 for the Austrian Grand Prix, in which he gained 1 for an unsafe pit release and another 4 post-race for exceeding track limits, totalling 30 seconds. It's worth noting that this particular race saw a lot of track limits penalties being applied, mostly for the final 2 corners, so it's not a matter of Ocon having been particularly bad at driving,
It was something that impacted a good portion of the grid on the day. What do I expect of Ocon in the coming year? Truth be told, not a lot. It would be daft for any of us to expect anything truly remarkable from him at this stage. He's not driving for an overly impressive team. His track record would indicate that he is very much a mid-grid driver, and there are still a lot of the greats driving for the sport, by which I mean the likes of Hamilton, Alonso and Verstappen. Honestly, at this stage, I think the best we can expect to see from Esteban is a continuation of what we've seen so far. With a better car, at a better team, and a less top-heavy grid, we might see greatness in him, but I'm confident that 2024 isn't going to be the year we see it. Pierre Gasly joined Formula 1 for the 2017 Malaysian Grand Prix, replacing Daniil Kvyat and Toro Rosso, taking part in 5 of the last 6 race weekends and not managing to score any points. He stayed with Toro Rosso for 2018, and despite a strong result in the second race, Bahrain, he barely managed to score points for the rest of the year, finishing 15th overall with 29 points. 2019 saw a split year for him, racing as part of the Aston Martin Red Bull team for the first half of the year, then returning to Toro Rosso for the second half. In terms of overall championship placement, this proved to be his strongest year, finishing 7th overall with 95 points, helped greatly by a second place finish in Brazil, and is finishing in the points in all but 7 of the 21 races. He moved to AlphaTauri in 2020, with whom he achieved his first, and so far only, race victory at the Italian Grand Prix, thanks to skillful driving and a penalty for Lewis Hamilton. Despite this, he only managed a 10th place finish by the end of the truncated season. He remained with AlphaTauri for the next 2 years, but be it due to his own driving or car or team troubles, his overall results slipped. He managed a 3rd place finish in Azerbaijan in 2021 and finished that season in 9th place, but 2022 saw him struggling to get points, managing it only 6 of the 22 races, resulting in a 14th place finish to his season. For 2023, he moved to Alpine, and truth be told, he placed as a mid-grid driver for most of the year, with most of his finishes being in the 7th to 13th place marks. The only real standout results were Hungary, where he retired due to a multi-car accident on the opening lap, and the Netherlands, where he managed a podium finish after an early stop for intermediate tyres and a penalty for Sergio Perez. Again, I'm not expecting a lot from Gasly for 2024. He's hampered by there being better teams out there with more experienced drivers, and the odds are stacked against him, as they're stacked against almost all of the teams we've yet to look at as part of this series. Maybe there'll be a surprise podium or two, but truth be told, I fully expect both drivers to finish around 10th to 13th by the end of the season.
Okay, so in order to try and make things a bit better for ourselves, we're going to do another lap. It might get 2, because if we get round before there's 2 minutes left, or if we cross the line with time left over, we can do the rest of the lap, can't we? So, in theory, we'll get 2 laps out of this. Have we got the fuel for 2? Yes, we do. It might be our saving grace. Something's in my eye. That's not helpful. I'll have to fix that before I do a sprint race. Yeah, because it's taking 2 minutes a lap, yeah? And we've got 3 minutes. Just under 3 minutes. So I could have gone a bit later, really. Okay, so we have gained a smidge of time. Okay. We've got to shave it off where we can, because otherwise we are going to be in problems. I mean, we're starting in last place, and that's not necessarily a problem for me. Apart from the fact that I suck at this track. If we want me to do well, we need me to start somewhere a bit higher up for this one. I don't know how we've gained over half a second now. Maybe it's the pressure. Maybe I was getting myself stressed out. Oh my god, how have we managed to get a best sector 1? How? How does that work? I'm at 1.4 seconds up. How am I 1.4 seconds up on my best time? My previous best time. And all I've done is take a little break. That doesn't make any sense. I'm a second and a half faster. A second and a half. This shouldn't happen. It shouldn't work like this, and yet somehow... Oh, that's not good. Bit of a nudge there. So okay, so we lost half a second on that. And this is where it all goes pear-shaped, is because now we're down... It was looking good, wasn't it? As a lap time. I don't know if we're going to gain any positions on this. At least we've got another lap we can do. At least we've got another lap. That's it. So we managed to get ourselves up into 18th. So we gained 4 positions. I stopped paying attention for a bit of the track there, so I could make sure I didn't. So I know what was going on with my time. Which is not good for necessarily for. Okay, so clearly it's sector 3 where I need to fix for. So much going wrong in sector 3, right? Because sector 1 was fine that time. Sector 2 was slower, but not necessarily a problem. Yeah, no, this isn't right. I bet I had the fastest sector 1 out of everyone as well. I bet it was a considerable sector 1. We'll have to have a look at the times. Qualifying ain't complete, sunshine. I'm still nursing my way around the track. Yeah, it's just nursing my way around now, isn't it? Let's be honest, I'm not going to get a good time out of this now. I'm curious as to how bad my sectors were compared to everyone else. I don't enjoy street circuits. Whilst this one's not as tight, some of the corners are just a bit too tight for my liking. There are some places where you can go wide, not like Monaco. There are some places where you can go a bit wider, but it's not as, what's the word? It's not as open as a racetrack should be. I love Monaco. I love watching it. I hate driving it. He says as if he's ever driven it for real. I haven't. I wish. Maybe I don't, because I'd probably die. I would probably crash and die. That would not be good. I'd walk the track. I'd have to walk around the track. I think that's a thing you can do, isn't it? Hmm. See, it was quite tight down here actually. Less than 0.1 of a second, less than 0.1 of a second, less than 0.1 of a second. Yeah, okay. Well, we're starting in 18th. Wish me luck, and I'll see you at the race.